Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning into the video I didn't want to do last week. I actually got a lot of feedback from you guys, and you specifically wanted to know about my 90-day challenge. So here it is. I want to talk about what I did for my 90-day challenge and the results I experienced. So, first and foremost, I want to say it's levels to this. And here is the criteria I had for giving. So, growing up, it was if I went to church and if my parents remembered to give me money. Now I'm in college. I got my little work study job. So I got little coins. And my criteria was twofold. It was if I was back at home in Houston at my home church, and if I actually went that Sunday, and if I had cash in my purse. If I was in Austin and I went to church, my criteria was if and only if the pastor moved me. And I'm not going to lie, back then, my expectations for pastors was extremely high. So if you only said one scripture at the beginning, you was not getting my coins. If I didn't take any notes while you were preaching, I wasn't giving my tithes and offerings. And if I felt like your praise and worship wasn't good, I was not giving. So if you passed the test, on top of that, if I had cash left over from going out that night. So if I think about my college career, I probably only gave about 5 times. Yep, just being honest, transparent with you guys. Your girl is not a giver. So now I have graduated. I am living back home with my parents. I kind of got a good job. Like I'm an HR manager for Hollister in the Galleria, and I'm living at home. And my dad is still paying for 2 out of 4 of my major bills, and I am struggling, living paycheck to paycheck. I did manage to travel a lot, but other than that, like I couldn't save. My credit was like 516, like it was terrible. So I referenced it in the last video. That's kind of where like my frustration was, and I was kind of mad at God because I was like what's going on? So I had a conversation and I was like, look, I'm going to try this giving thing out. And if it does not work, I get to tell everybody you don't have to do all that. You can go to church, you can watch online, but giving to the man, like you don't know what the preacher is doing with your money, all of that. Like I get to co-sign because you don't have to do all of that. So my new criteria for the 90-day challenge was give every Sunday, no matter if I'm there or not, figure out a set amount to give. And for me, I had an end date because this thing was ending in 90 days. So how I came up with the amount to give, I did do 10% of what I was making at the time for my tithing part. But for my offerings part, I wanted to come up with that number. So I figured out my spending habits. So I printed out my bank statements for 3 months and kind of evaluate what I was spending my money on. At the time, I was spending a lot of money on Starbucks, like ridiculous, but me and my coffee. So don't quote me on this, but I feel like the total number wasn't like this big number, like maybe $25 every Sunday or $30 every Sunday. Like it wasn't like this huge number, but I prayed about it. I had a set number. I was very disciplined. I did it every Sunday for my 90 days. So here are the results I experienced from my 90-day giving challenge. So simply knowing my numbers allowed me to target my faith in specific areas when it came to my finances. I was able to save. Like I actually had a savings account that I did not touch. My credit is now on point based off what I did in 2016. And most importantly, I was able to tap into supernatural favor over my life. And so in closing, living off a blessed 90 then the whole 100 is worth it any day of the week. And I just want to inspire anyone out there. If you want to do a 90-day giving challenge, just test it out and see what happens. I mean, we all can be balling and eating up in here. Thank you for watching.